Okay. Hello everyone. I know I haven't been on here for a while. I've been dealing with some health issues. Still kind of am. As you can see, cotton in my ear. I got inflamed nerves in my ear. I think. I guess, or I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite clear on that. I'll have to get clarification, but I think they're in my ear. I got inflamed nerves, which caused my mouth to hurt and my head, and caused me really bad headaches. Anyways, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do some videos. Try to get some done tonight. Cause I want to get video. Just for something to do. I want to start getting back on my videos. First one, this one's going to be to anyone who has nasty comments for me. To anyone who has nasty comments for me, that decides to leave nasty comments on my that wants to leave nasty comments on my channel about my videos, about how I conduct them, or about how I look, this, that, and whatever, how I talk, whatever it may be, or my beliefs, whatever it may be. Unlike those of you who are choosing to be nasty, and insult me and, just being nasty about it, because you don't like what I have to say and what I believe. I'm going to be nice about this and say, if you don't like what I have to say, what I believe, and how I conduct my videos, you have some options. Stay away from my channel, being number one. You can make your comments and then get blocked and banned from my banned from my video. Blocked then banned from my channel. Or you can deal with me, which I'll put up with, which I will, I don't put up with any BS, I may be a Christian, but I don't put up with no BS. I'll stand up for myself until I know when to walk away, until the point where it's time to walk away. I've learned a lot about arguing, when arguing with people, especially now that my beliefs have changed and that I've changed, throughout the years. And I'm not gonna lower myself down to the level of being, mean and nasty about this. You got a couple of, like I said, you got a couple of options. You can just stay away from my channel, go about your business, or you can get blocked and banned from my channel, or you can deal with me like I've dealt with many others. I know how to deal with people. I can conduct myself a lot more better now on my channel. Now that I'm in a better frame, now that I'm no longer associated with that Christian cult group, whatever you want to call it, and I'm back on the right path. Anyways, it's a long story, but my point being is, better yet, you have two options. I'm leaving it to two options, better yet. Either you can just go about your business and stay away from my channel if you don't like what I have to say, or if you don't like what I believe, or how I conduct my videos, or you can get blocked and banned. Because I'm not gonna waste my time, waste my effort, or anything like that, dealing with people who want to be nasty on the internet and be immature. You know, this goes for both channels. You know, for my spiritual channel here, under Child of God 6688, and for my Help for the Broken channel, which is personal channel, you know, and a channel to help those who are being bullied, who and to how to put it, to help those who are in need of advice, and just a place where I can give my own opinions on stuff. You know, it's a mixture of things, but I try to keep it mainly about giving advice to people who are being bullied or who are dealing with similar issues that I do. You know, or that I have, and that I do. But anyways, yeah, two options to those of you who want to try to attack me online and be immature, you know, like a little child. You can either just go about your business, you know, and stay away from my channel, or you can get blocked and banned. Simple as that. You know, I don't put up with no BS, not like I used to. I'm not going to waste my time and effort arguing with immature people who got nothing better to do than to insult people and be nasty with people they don't even know just because they disagree with them. You know, or just because they're nasty people in general. You know? It's stupid. It's bad enough there's cyberbullying going on. You know, and that the kids that are being cyberbullied aren't standing up for themselves. You know, but are just letting it all get to them and killing themselves over it. You know, and that teachers and principals and all that are doing nothing about it. You know, whether they're being bullied about their sexual preference, their what gender they feel they are, or whatever it may be. Or for no reason at all, just because the bullies have nothing better to do, just because it's the kind of people that they are. I don't know. No one really knows why bullies do what they do. Insecurity, immaturity. That's the case. What it was. That's how it was when I was a kid. It was immaturity. Just kids being kids. But we bullied each other. But I was bullied face to face. And I, told the teachers, and they, did something about it. And I stuck by the teachers. And I eventually stood up for myself. And that's when it stopped. I stopped putting up with the BS. And I'll make a video about that too eventually. But anyways, this goes out to anyone who wants to attack me on either channel. You got those two options. Pick one. I know I went rambling on to a different subject. I do that. If I have a short attention span, just deal with it. It's just the way I am. You either accept it, deal with it, or move on. Or you can get blocked or banned. That's the way it is. But That's all I wanted to say in this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Love y'all. God bless.